To be honest, it just sucks knowing that your neighboring country earns so much more than you. Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much. I'm truly happy to have you here. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by on my channel. I'm truly delighted to have you back once again. And if this is your first time, well, my name is Onyeka, or just in case you're stopping by or you still don't know my name is Onyeka. I'm a Nigerian Canadian YouTuber. I live in Ontario, Canada, and here on my channel I make all things lifestyle, immigration, nursing, and all of that good stuff. So please be sure to check out my previous videos, as I'm sure that is definitely something worth interesting for you to watch, and I'm definitely sure that you decide to stick around. And in order for you to stick around and continue to see this pretty face right here, make sure you click on that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, there's no charge to it. And when you do subscribe, do not forget to turn on that bell notification button, okay, so that you can get notified whenever I post a video and you will not miss any of my content at all. So without further ado, today's video I'm going to be talking about the top paying nursing jobs in North America. So I'm going to be comparing it between the United States versus Canada. If you're interested in this kind of topic, stick around and don't go anywhere.
Can I dance for you?
So before I start this video, I'm going to give a brief background story so you guys can have an idea of my nursing background, okay? So I am a mental health nurse. To be more specific, I work in a child and adolescent mental health unit in Canada. And yeah, I've been working for about almost 2 years. I think I've been working for about 2 years as a nurse in Canada now. So I have a few experiences here and there, okay? Prior to having my nursing degree, I had my master's degree in public health. And prior to that, I also have a bachelor's degree in pharmacy from Nigeria. So that's my educational background in a nutshell. So without wasting any more of your time, I'm going to jump right into this video. And I have my iPad here, just so I have the exact numbers here for you guys. I'm sure by now, if you're watching this video, you're kind of like interested in knowing more about the nursing profession and how much nurses typically earn. And I'm pretty sure you've always heard this popular saying like, nurses are so many money, there's a lot of money in nursing. Well, I'm here to say that is true, and at the same time that's also not true. It's all dependent on your unit of work or the location that you are. So we're gonna get right into all of the nitty-gritty pretty soon. I'm pretty sure by now you already know that there's a pay difference in how much people in general earn in the United States versus that of Canada. And every country is different. They have their different economy and different systems. But I'm here to say that the people in the US, they earn significantly more than people in Canada. I don't know why. I guess you can't just have it all, okay? Even though in Canada we have free healthcare, and then in the US you have to pay for your health insurance. But yeah, nonetheless, let's get right into it. I don't know if I mentioned, but all of like salaries in general, they all depend on the location that you are. For example, I'll start with Canada. Nurses who work in the, for example, Nunavut or like the Northwest Territories, they tend to earn the highest because those are locations that people do not want to go. So in order to incentivize people to work there, they tend to offer higher wages. So if you do decide to do a bit of travel nursing, you would definitely earn way more than people living in like Ontario, British Columbia, Manitoba, and all of that. Same applies to the US. I feel like nurses in California, they earn way more than nurses working, for example, in the Midwest. So I'm going to compare the prices based on an article I found for the United States versus an article I found for in Canada, so you can see the pay differences. Starting from the United States, the 10th highest paying nursing job, according to nurses.org, is a family nurse practitioner, and they earn an average of $102,000 yearly. Honestly, that's not bad given that it's in US dollars. And in order to become a nurse practitioner, you need to have attained done like a master's in nursing or a health related field, and then done like an added education to become a nurse practitioner. So it's not like your regular RNs or RPNs as a nurse practitioner, okay? For Canada, I have the nurse recruiter, and they have an average salary of 73,000 Canadian dollars annually. you can see the pay difference. There's a difference of about $30-something thousand there, and this is in Canadian dollars, not even in US dollars. Anyways, yeah, we'll move. So for nurse practitioners, your job is pretty similar to a primary care physician, where they like consult with patients, they assess, prescribe medications, and they provide treatments. So a nurse recruiter, as the name implies, they recruit people for nursing jobs. 9 on my list, for the United States, we have the nursing administrator. An average salary of $104,000 yearly. And as the name implies, a nursing administrator, they basically deal with like staff management, the unit organization, and all of that stuff. While for Canada, we have a pain management nurse. I feel like this is just very self-explanatory. This is a nurse that specializes in pain management and pain medications and all of that stuff. They collaborate with other health professionals in various settings, including like hospital, outpatient, inpatient, and yeah. So for a pain management nurse, they earn an average of about $50 per hour, and annually that amounts to about $100,000. I also forgot to mention that this salary is just an average because it's highly influenced by the number of hours you're working. Are you putting much overtime, and weekend premiums and night shift premiums? All of that, they tend to affect your pay. So number 8 for the United States, we have the registered nurse first assistant with an average salary of $106,000 yearly. This is the first time I'm hearing about that term. What that basically means is they're like a perioperative nurse who functions as a first assistant. Oh, okay. I know them as peri-op nurses. So they basically assist surgeons during an operation. So number 8 in Canada, we have the nurse midwife. So midwives, like we know, they're specialized nurses who partake in taking care of birth and deliveries for expectant mothers, and yeah, they earn an average of $102 yearly in Canada, and that's pretty decent. And again, your pay tends to go up as you get older, but I think when you hit the 8-year mark, you kind of like max out. So number 7 on the list for the United States, we have the psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner with an average salary of $117,000 yearly. So this is something similar to what I do, but I'm not a nurse practitioner. So these are basically nurses that work in the mental health unit, but since they are nurse practitioners, they tend to have more responsibilities than that of irregular nurses, and they work with a number of patients who suffer from a couple of mental health disorders like bipolar, depression, eating disorders, and so on. Okay, and for Canada, number 7, we have the pediatric nurse, and they have an average salary of $87,000 yearly. Okay, for my experience, I don't think nurses, or maybe it depends on the unit or the organization that you belong to, there's no difference in pay from nurses who work in emergency, in pediatrics, in adults, in geriatrics. I don't think there's any difference from the Ontario Nurses Association. There's a pay grade, there's a pay scale for nurses who belong to this association. So I don't know why I'm doing that. So moving on to number 6 in the United States, we have the health policy nurse with an average salary of $120,000 yearly. Wow, that's good. Health policy nurse, as the name implies, they take part in implementing policy that are health related, like advocating, researching, evaluating, implementing, and all of that good stuff. Okay. For number 6 in Canada, we have the psychiatric nurse. So they have an average salary, a national average salary of about $76,000 yearly. And psychiatric nurses are more specialized. They work in rehab centers, psychiatric units, psychiatric homes. They, like I said, they require an advanced education certification or a field of experience within the psychiatric care. So number 5 for the United States, we have a certified nurse midwife with an average salary of $120,000 yearly. I think that's pretty fair. To be honest, it just sucks knowing that your neighboring country earns so much more than you. While for that of Canada, number 5, we have the clinical nurse. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, according to Indeed, a clinical nurse or an intensive care unit nurse, they provide care to patients in the emergency room. They respond to emergencies, provide emergency treatments like CPR, first aid, etc. I don't know about this, but okay. If indeed says so. So for number 4, we have the general nurse practitioner for the United States with an average salary of $122,000 yearly. And like I mentioned earlier, nurse practitioners their job roles are pretty similar to that of a primary physician, where they tend to assess, treat, and sometimes diagnose patients. So number 4 in Canada, we have the family nurse practitioner, okay, which is pretty similar, but they have an average salary of $98,000 yearly. I don't think this is absolutely true, because I know a couple of nurse practitioners who earn way more than this particular salary they're calling here. But again, they said this is national average, so it could be higher or it could be lower. So number 3, we have pain management nurse with an average salary of $124,000 yearly. And there's no need to explain the name, it's already self-explanatory. While number 3 for Canada, we have a registered nurse with an average salary of about 74,000 Canadian dollars. To be honest, I don't think there's a difference between a clinical nurse and a registered nurse. But yes, according to this article. So for number 2 in the United States, we have neonatal intensive care unit nurse. That's a NICU nurse. And they have an average salary of $136,000 yearly. I've always wondered what working in a NICU would be like, caring for those very fragile and newborn babies. So for Canada, number 2, we have the oncology nurse practitioner with an average salary of, okay, with an average salary of $66,000. Honestly, nurse practitioners in Canada earn nothing less than $120,000 yearly. That's one thing I know for sure, so I don't know what Indeed is saying. Indeed, it's not Indeeding, but $66,000, I don't think that's right at all. So number 1 for the United States, we have the certified registered nurse anesthetist, which is the CRNA, with an average salary of $203,000. Wow. That is a lot of money. I'm still yet to see a job in Canada, like be it nursing or a non-nursing job, that's going to offer you $200 and something thousand yearly. And I know to become a nurse anesthetist, you need to have like a master's in nursing or a health related field, and then you need to take like a certain certification in order to become an anesthesiologist. Must be nice. So back to Canada, and number 1 in Canada, we have the cardiac nurse practitioner with an average salary of $101,000 yearly. I think there's definitely something wrong with this article, and it's Indeed. So I hope this is not misinforming the public, but yeah, I don't think this is true. No. There you have it. That's the top 10 highest paying jobs between the United States and Canada. Like I said, the Canadian version, I find it definitely hard to believe. But United States seems pretty accurate. If you're a nurse in the United States, let me know if this salary is pretty accurate as well, because I don't really know how much they earn in the US. I'm only knowledgeable to my location, which is Canada. If you're a nurse watching this video, let me know what unit you work, and if you actually do enjoy working in that unit, like what are the pros and cons of working in that unit. Okay, I think I'm also going to make a video talking specifically on the kind of unit I work, the pros and the cons. What do you guys think? Let me know if you want to see something like that in the comment section. Okay, so there's something called the Sunshine List in Ontario. It's public knowledge. It basically has a list of the number of people who earned over $100,000 in the previous year. It's public knowledge, you can check, and there are a lot of nurses who work for the government on that list, so that's really disputes this Indeed article. But anyways, I think that's it for this video. I don't want to make it too long. I'm going to end my video right here. Okay, so if you did enjoy watching this video, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, do not forget to smash the like button as well. Okay, let me know what kind of nursing related videos you want to see on my channel. Be sure to leave your suggestions in the comment section, and if you have questions as well, be sure to leave them. Myself or my able subscribers will be able to answer that question. So thank you guys for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care and bye.